everyone, and welcome to the next episode of our expert series. I'm James from Bauhaus, and today I'm joined by Josephine, Managing Director of Elementa. Welcome, Josephine.
Thank you.
Josephine, let's dive straight into it. Tell us a bit more about yourself and Elementa.
Yeah, great. Now, a little bit about myself. Josephine, born and raised in the Netherlands from a creative family. So my dad is an architect. There's a family business that exists for over 100 years back at home. So from a very young age, it was very clear I was going to follow his footsteps. Now, I'm not doing it there, but I'm doing it right here in Dubai. And recently I started Elementa Interior Design. What we do is we focus on high-end residential buildings or villas, but also apartment complexes. And it's going really well so far. Last week we had our office launch where more than 150 people came over.
Wow.
And it was really great. And to have you as well there. So it's a great start.
Yeah, it was a fantastic event. I think everyone enjoyed it all around. And it was a good spread. I do like my food.
Yeah, thank you.
So I know we've worked together in the past, and now it's even more exciting because you're running your own practice, which is really exciting to work with you and your forever growing team.
Nice. What I really like, a recent project that we just started working on together is your own office. What I really like about that project particular is that we're actually building it for you. So I'm curious to hear from you as well. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose I'm usually on the other side, not kind of doing my own office. So you do see kind of the constraints the clients face.
Yeah.
But from my side, I always want to lean on the designer. Again, I will tell them my requirements, i.e. kind of how many people it needs to accommodate, what I want and need the space to do.
Yeah.
And I try and pass those requirements over to you because I'm no designer, Josephine, but I try and lean on the experts to guide me through that process.
Yeah.
So I know you've asked all the right questions as well, which I hope I've provided all that information now. So it's really exciting watching the design develop with you guys.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I can't wait till your office is up and running as well. And
Now, Josephine, it's important as a project management consultant, I'm putting forward trusted partners who I've worked with in the past, right? I know we're working together on a couple at the moment, but just to give the listeners a bit of a background on how it works and the process. Obviously, we would always like to be appointed from the foundation of a project. So we should be the first people to contact. And then we reach out to our trusted partners in the construction industry to make sure that the client is getting the most out of the team throughout from concept to completion.
That's right.
Now, obviously, just on one of our projects, which we've worked together, could you talk about a bit of the process that you went through once you were onboarded by Bauhaus?
No, absolutely. I think to start with, it's definitely crucial to have a project manager on board. And this is yourself with Bauhaus. Why? Because really these projects are very curated and are very, running very well. Not just in terms of timeline, but also in terms of budget. So personally, my experience is just great when it gets to that point, and it's necessary as well. I mean, the projects that we get to work on are that big that it's needed to have a PM on board to make sure that everything runs incredibly great. And I think you've been doing that really well, and I cannot wait to, take on more and more projects together with you because it makes our process even easier. But basically how we usually start is when you invite us for a bid, we always make sure that our interior designs are really speaking for itself. Like, you have to do your part of the work, but we just really need to impress our clients with creative ideas and beautiful designs. And I think it's crucial to have you on board as our right hand to manage the whole project.
And I think obviously there's not just the ID consultant within a project, right? There's a lot of other parties, i.e. architects, structural designers, architects of records, MEP, there's a lot of different teams which are involved in a project, which a lot of clients don't realize on what goes in terms of collaborating. And again, Josephine, obviously we've worked together, but making sure that you've worked with those other teams, or even if you haven't, making sure that you will gel with those teams, because ultimately with every designer, architect, MEP consultant, whatever it may be, you've got to gel throughout that project. If there's clashes, you're not going to collaborate, which means designs are not going to, there's going to be scope gaps, there's going to be design mismatches.
Right.
Items don't match with certain packages. And again, it's a case of collaborating.
Yeah, completely agree.
Okay, Josephine, let's talk about the project cycle, right? A client's looking to build a luxury villa or do renovation works on their property. Can you tell me a bit about the process that you've experienced over here in Dubai?
Yeah, absolutely. So very often you invite us for bids, but it's very often the other way around as well, where clients come to us and thinking that we are the project managers on board. But then we very often invite you and make sure that you get on board to just manage the whole process. When it comes to you appointing us, we really want to get on board straight at the moment when the architects start the works. Why? Because we very much work hand in hand. They are designing the walls, they are making sure that all the windows are at the right place, and then we look from inwards. Okay, let's place a dining table here. We want to have a full view on the beautiful garden. And when you're cooking, you want to look into the from a garden from a different perspective. Like, we're thinking towards the outside. So that's why it's so crucial that we're straight away appointed as soon as the architects are on board.
I think that's a really important point. And again, it goes back to collaboration between parties, right? So the architect will be looking outside.
Yeah.
Outside in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are looking.
And you're looking inside out, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And again, it's important to have that mix between both, right? Because again, layouts, everything else are dictated by it. And when you start changing certain items and elements within the house, it affects other parts of the design, i.e. drainage, kind of cabling. Where does the MEP go?
Yeah.
So it's a very good point, Josephine, kind of having the ID and the architect basically appointed together. So you do have that look and collaboration and integration throughout.
Yeah, you're right. It's, as designers, our ultimate dreams to design from inside out. And that's about a little bit about the process.
Because if you don't do that, right, let's put on the table, the architects appointed, they do their full design, and then they appoint the interior designer. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, if this happens, you will come in and you will have different views looking from inside to out to outside to in. Yes. And what comes with that? It comes variations, right? So there'll have to be adjustments to the architectural, structural, and MEP packages to fit your design.
You're right.
So it's additional consultancy fees and potentially additional contractors' fees, because they're going to have to change the work, change their works.
Absolutely.
Which is already
we've all been through this.
Yeah. See it too often. But yeah, no, in terms of going back to kind of the process as well, Josephine, I know we've appointed you on a couple of projects. You've put us in front of some clients as well to assist on some of your projects. In terms of what's best for the client, again, I don't think there's a proper answer, right? Because there's different ways to go about it. No,
absolutely. I mean, not every project needs a project manager, but for the projects that are in need for it, we tend to work together on these ones.
So Josephine, we've both done projects globally. Can you tell us what's unique about Dubai, especially?
No, absolutely. I mean, you know that just as well as I do, probably, but it's a very fast market in Dubai. Our projects are not really running from deadline to deadline anymore, but to now. and you're familiar with that as well. I think what is crucial about it is just to have the right partners on board, like yourself, Bauhaus, and many other people, great architects that we work together with, MEP guys. And I think it's crucial for these big projects that we work on together, that we're all running properly together, making sure we attend to these deadlines and make sure we answer our clients' needs. So I think having the right partners on board is crucial.
Construction is a stressful process for anyone. I would like to think that we try and ease the process for all parties, including the client. I don't want the client to be stressed. I want the stress to lie on me, which might be the reason why I've got very little hair these days, Josephine. But I do try and take a lot of the weight and the stresses off all parties to make sure that we're talking, because construction can be fun, right? And I want it to be an enjoyable experience for our clients. And I know you do as well, with working with you on the last few projects. It can be a fun experience, and it should be a fun experience.
Great, yeah. What I would like to add to it is that you really also give us always a platform to speak to the clients directly. And how that usually works is, at the moment we do sit in front of the clients, we get to ask these in-depth questions. Usually when it comes to interior design, it's a very personal thing. So it's great that you always give us that platform and that we can really create that connection with the client as well.
And connections with the client, especially with interiors and architectures, you need that direct collaboration. I never like to step on the designer's toes with anything. I'm no designer. And again, it's important that you have that direct interaction.
Yeah.
And again, once you've done your design, then it'll be probably more of me in terms of direct correspondence with the client, updating them with progress updates, but you will still very much be involved.
Yeah, that's right.
Because again, with residential, it is a very personal investment.
Yeah,
there
absolutely.
are changes.
Yeah.
And again, with changes, you'll need to come back in, discuss with the client on how we can meet his requirements again.
True.
And then we administer that with the contract.
Yeah, that's right. So we're working together on this 6-bed project, 6-bed villa project in Nadal Sheba. I would really like to show you already the concept. Shall I show you some things right now?
Let's do it. Yeah, why not?
Great.
Yeah. So Josephine, let's talk about trends in Dubai at the moment. Are you seeing any specific trends at the moment?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think to start with, this is a great project that we're working together on. In terms of layout, the trends that we're seeing is very fast layouts, very clear sidelines. And this project particular, we're focusing on a lot of natural, stones, but also combined with some very beautiful wood finishes. And you're seeing still a lot of lights, colors, and materials as well. I think that's definitely a trend that's going on in Dubai still. And
I suppose the use of natural light as well, haven't you? You've got to be quite clever as an interior designer to how to capture that light coming through the villa. Yeah,
absolutely. Light coming from outside as well as decorative and architectural light. And I think that's very much crucial to the designs that we're creating here.
And are you seeing a lot of open plan spaces now? Is it more open plan opposed to closed kitchens, etc.?
We try to. A lot of people really, or a lot of our clients really want to mimic the hotels lately. So do you have, your beautiful makeup area in the bedrooms as well? So that's completely right. For this project that we're working on, it's in Nadal Sheba. It's a very upcoming neighborhood, as you know. Nadal Sheba first, I think, is the first area where expats can buy their property. So we're seeing a growing demand here, and we've got actually a couple of ongoing projects there.
That's great. Yeah. That's great. There's so many developments coming up now. It's crazy. Like construction in Dubai, it seems like there's no sign of it stopping.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is great. It is great for business. And,
absolutely.
Everyone all around, all consultants, because it looks like we are needed.
Yeah.
From what I'm experiencing as well. Obviously, we get onboarded on certain projects which haven't had consultants on board, and it's almost coming in to rescue it. But yeah, it's a crazy market at the moment, Josephine.
Yeah.
So Josephine, last time I obviously had a conversation with one of our trusted architects. I know we touched on material selections. That was architectural side, but could you tell us a bit about the interior side and the selections, the processes that the clients have to go through?
Yeah.
And their interaction with you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We are very much in touch with all of the suppliers based here in Dubai, but as well as overseas. Our door of our studio is always open for people to come over. So we really stay abreast of all of the latest materials and finishes and beautiful flooring up until fabrics that you can see over here. You really get a very in-depth view here. The client hasn't seen these plans yet, so this is an exclusive view, but here you could really see the level of detailing on the renders, a beautiful custom carpet going on under this dining table. We're mixing it with some beautiful elements like in terms of lighting. So when it comes to suppliers and these things that we work together with, we're very much in non-stop communication with them to make sure we have the latest material.
It's good. It's good. And in terms of, are you seeing any certain trends at the moment in terms of kind of the look and feel? Is it very samey, or is it kind of every client's different?
Yeah. No, it depends.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a lot of different clients. Very often clients still want to have that beige undertone with beautiful natural finishes. But we also have clients that really want to go for the contrast of darker and lighter colors. So it's just a matter of what client we have in front of us.
And I think you touched on it earlier, just in terms of the hotel experience, right? And I'm experiencing that as well. I've got a lot of clients who are wanting scent in AC
in the
units.
ACs, yeah.
Just so it has that proper hotel experience.
It's a full experience, you're right.
But it is interesting speaking to a lot of clients from all areas of the world, right?
Yeah.
We're in Dubai. It's a global hub. And we do have that luxury of meeting lots of different clients.
No, you're right, yeah.
Josephine, thank you so much for today. Obviously, it's been an interesting chat from my side, and I've learned a lot from you as well today.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure,
Yeah.
Josephine.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was really great.
Thank you for everyone watching today. If you want to learn more about project management consultancy and obviously interior design with Josephine Visser, please feel free to reach out or visit www.bauhausproject.ae. Thank you so much.